Welcome back, everybody. It's Missy's Yarniverse and more. How are you? And when you are seeing this, since I'm batch recording, we will be on our second day in 2025. Yep, January 2nd. Where has the time gone? Okay, why are we here? We are here for our week 6 update on Mandala Madness. And what is Mandela Madness, you ask? For those of you who are new, I'll give you a brief summary because I know most of you that are here keep coming back to seeing us. So, Mandela Madness is a make-along that came out in 2015 by Helen Shrimpton, and the pattern is available in all its parts at crystalsandcrochet.com, and the videos for each part are available on In a Nutshell, I believe. I do not personally use the videos for making this blanket. The lovely Amanda at Obsessive Crochet Lady is using the videos. I am using the parts of the written pattern. I am doing this make along with Amanda. We had wanted to collaborate on something for a little while. We just couldn't figure out what we were going to do, and we talk about it here and there. And then we finally figured out, let's do a blanket. And then we had to figure out which one. After some conversations, she had brought up the Mandela Madness because she had made several in the past and she really enjoyed the blanket and she wanted to make it again. And she had gotten a lovely Christmas cake from, I want to say, Wool Warehouse. And she wanted to use those to make a Christmas version of the Mandela Madness. I looked at it and I said, okay, let's do it. But I did not have any Christmas cakes because mainly I couldn't find any with my kind of colorway that I decorate in for the holidays, which is more whimsical rather than traditional. And so I was like, okay, I'll do the blanket in my favorite Mandela colorway, which is Nifflers, right here. I figured, how perfect, seeing it's Mandela Madness, let's use a Mandela cake. And this cake is 590 grams or 540 meters, 5.3 ounces or 150 grams, 100% acrylic. And so we talked about it a little more, and she's like, but I love that color too. And when I see yours working up, I'm going to want to make that in the Nifflers Mandela cake as well. So we talked about it a little bit, and I still was leaning toward wanting to do a Christmas one. Still couldn't find a Christmas cake. So I was like, what the heck? I'll just order the colors that I need, and I'll just, do the color work out of skeins. It doesn't have to be a cake. So then it became, okay, do we do the Christmas? Do we do the Mandela? And the more we talked about it, it turned into this whole, we're just crazy enough to even think about doing this. So let's go for it. Hence how we got this segment of Twisted Thursday Mandala Madness, because we agreed to do both. Now, so it's not as stressful because the bigger this blanket gets, we know it's going to be hard to, like, we couldn't say, okay, this week we're going to do part 1, next week we're going to do part 2, next week we're going to do part 3. We decided to take our time. We wanted a no stress project because other people wanted to join along with us, and they have other things going on in their life and work, etc. And so does Amanda. So we decided we were going to do no more than 5 rows per week. And if it gets to the point where as this blanket gets bigger or when you've got lifey stuff going on, if you can't get the 5 rows done that week, it's okay. It is okay. If you can only get a half a row done that week, perfectly fine. We're just going to keep working on them until we finish them. We are doing no stress, just relaxed. And I know there's a couple of you who have reached out to me and Amanda and saying that you're so behind and you intend to get caught up. No worries. You are where you are. Don't stress about it. Because I know the further into this blanket we get, the less rows we're probably going to get done per week. We probably will not be able to get those 5 done on both blankets. If once it gets to that point, if I'm only getting one row done per week on each blanket or 1.5, then so be it. That's how it's going to be because we're not going to stress ourselves. We want this to be fun. We want to watch the beauty unfold as these things work up because even though we're using this one that is the same on one of our blankets, she started with a pink. I started with the darker aqua. And so they are looking entirely different, but they are both beautiful in their own right, the way they're working up, and I'm loving them. And our Christmas ones, wow. Um, who knew that so many blankets that are in so many different colorways being done, even though it's the same pattern, they look so different, but they are all so pretty. And the pictures that we've been receiving from you guys that are making along with us are absolutely stunning. We are loving them. And as we are seeing them grow, they are getting even more beautiful. So yeah, our first one that we are doing is in this one. And this week, with it being week 6, we were supposed to do rows 26 through 30. I'm not sure if Amanda got all hers done. I won't know until I see her video. We are not giving each other sneak peeks. We are not telling each other. We are just as surprised at, I'm just as surprised at her video as she is at mine. Because yeah, it's a surprise, it's secret. So starting with the row 26, we were back in part 3 still. And part 3 ran from, it was 26, 27, 28, and 29. So to complete this week, if we did do all 5 rounds, we would have had to go on to part 4 to be able to do round 30. And this would be part 4. So let's see where I am. Did I finish all of the rest of part 3 and crack into part 4? Let's check it out. So like I said, first version that we are both doing, but starting point was different colors, is the mandala. And I really should start, well, it's kind of hard at this point. I was going to put a stitch marker as to where we finished, but I know where we finished last week. Here we are this week, and yes, I did get all 5 rounds done. Last week we ended with here, where we had done the folded over single crochets and started the purple. So there's that. And I am really, that middle likes to puff. I really, really love how this is working up. And the colors are still playing so nice. I know the bigger we get, it's probably not going to be feasible that that happens. There's probably going to be color changes in the middle of rounds. But at this point, right now, with it still being so small-ish, they are still playing very, very nicely. And I'm really enjoying this, guys. Every time I get this out, um, if you saw my video on New Year's Eve, um, I was talking about my goals for 2025 after I showed you my Live Walk of Shame. And one of my 2025 goals was to be working on projects only that bring me joy. And look at these colors. How could this not bring you joy? And every time I get this out and start adding another round and just see the colors unfold, it just makes my heart happy. Um, I think picking this color, because everyone knows by now, if you've been watching me for a while, this is my favorite color way in Mandela. And I would be so sad if they ever got rid of it. I honestly would. Um, but I make all these rainbow blankets for so many people and I donate them. And I had planned on at some point making a blanket in this for myself for me to keep. If ever, before the day would ever come, if ever that they do discontinue it, I wanted to have a blanket of my very own. And I am so glad that Amanda talked me into doing this one. I couldn't be happier with how it's working up. And I can't wait to see what the next 5 rounds bring. Honestly, guys, I'm just in awe of I think this starting cake that I picked was made for this pattern. Honestly, just the way the colors are playing in and haven't done an abrupt change like in a weird place so far. And I know what's going to happen. I do. And I'm okay with that. I just like the way how the center part has started out. And yeah, I am like it just in awe, in awe. Um, and I'm looking forward to next week. I really am. I get so excited when we reveal the next 5 rounds to you to see where we're at on our update. And then I get excited, thinking about the next 5 rounds and then the 5 rounds after that. And I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but it's just too gorgeous not to even be thinking about it. And you can't even guess how they're going to play out by looking at the cakes, because each new round is something different and you never know how that's going to work out. So, yeah, here is my Mandela Nifflers version. I'm so, 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 so happy with it. So excitingly happy. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm so looking forward to next week. And yes, all my ends woven. And let's see. Let's fold this up and put it away nicely. And for that one, I am using, I know Amanda's using smaller hooks because she likes tighter stitches. Mine are tight, but not like super overly tight. So I don't kill my fingers because as you can tell, I have finger problems. And there's no fixing that. And I'm not trying to kill my hands. I know I do a lot of amigurumi and those are super tight, but I've been doing those so long, it's a little bit different, if that makes any sense. But and this is attached to my yarn. For this one, I'm using a 4.5 millimeter dots, the light blue. And yes, I have it attached and ready to go for the next 5 rounds. So I'm going to put that one back. And yes, I have had to start showing you a full cake because this one only has like 2-ish color changes left and it's so floppy. I can't pull it out of this bag anymore because the whole cake is going to cave in. And we don't want that because then it's going to be a tangled mess. And I really need to find, I have a cake bag from Bridget. The cake takeout bag. And I hope I don't have a project in it hidden somewhere. That would be a whip that I don't know where it's at, but I don't think so. It might be over there in that bin with the empty project bags. I'm going to have to look because I think I'm going to need to start putting the cakes in that rather than the bag that I have them in that I started with. I only had them in that bag because when I started it, I had actually had to go somewhere to an appointment and I took it with me to start it. And I just never took it out of that bag. And now this is too big for that bag anyway. But I digress. But anyhow, so where am I at on my Christmas version? So I know I didn't show the yarns for the newbies of what I'm using for my Christmas version last week because I was pretty sick when I did my update and I had zero energy and I'm still having some voice and throat issues, as you can tell. But I decided I was going to do the Hirschner's worsted. There's a couple of the color choices that are the worsted baby, although they are still a 4-weight. The color palette was just a little different, and so I chose those two from the baby section so it would go with my color theme because I do whimsical. This one is the color clouds. And the Hirschner's is 100% acrylic. It is 8 ounces or 226 grams, 489 yards or 448 meters. And it is a medium number 4, wash and dry, made in China. They call for a size 7 US knitting needle and an I9 crochet hook. And this is cloud. And then my second color in the line is also the worsted baby. Same specs. They're all the same specs. And this one is Pixie, the Pixie Pink. It was the best representation of the shade that I'm using. And then the third color would be a Victorian Red. And these are also same specs. They all are. And then my fourth color is Sea Spray, which is kind of like a lighter turquoise. Very pretty. It's looking a little lighter. That's closer. Yeah. I wonder if I turn this out. Kind of. But yes. And then the last and final color is the lime. And for those of you that are new, you're like, those are Christmas colors? Are you serious? But wait till you see. Like I said, I decorate in whimsical. I really love the Grinch, Cindy Lou Who, all those fun childhood Christmas movies. I don't go for the traditional colors, mainly because I also like my kitchen and all that is Pioneer Woman, and these colors play well with that, which are out all year. And a lot of my decor is same colors that is out all year, like throw pillows and all that stuff. So it really plays well into what I decorate with at Christmas time. And had we gotten our Christmas tree out this year, which we did not, and it was probably a good thing because I think tearing down Christmas with us had been being sick and dealing with the crud in the house, it would have been way too much of a chore to tear down Christmas and put it away. I would have showed you my Christmas tree skirt. It is so pretty. I love it. And it's in all these colors. So what does my Christmas version look like? And yes, it is a little bigger because I am doing it in the 4-weight yarn with my 5.5 millimeter dots. And I'm going to put this in here before I lose it. And then I'll be like, where's my hook? And yes, my ends are woven in, and I did get all 5 rounds done, guys. Even though I was sick, I got them all done. Um, and I'm loving how this is turning out. It's turning out better than I had hoped for, honestly, guys. I am going to be so happy with this when we get it done and be able to display it at Christmas time and use it. Um, and I'm glad that I did the colors in order that I did. I started with the white, and as you can see, and it was 2 rounds, and then because it overlays, I then went to the pink and then moved on to the scarlet red and then moved on to the sea spray blue and then on to the lime green, and I'm continuing that same color work in the same order. And I like it. I like it a lot. And I am so happy with it, honestly, guys. Um, and if I had to pick which one is my favorite out of these two, I really can't. I love them both in their own right. They are both just as pretty. Um, I know at some point here soon I'm not going to be able to hold them both up at the same time. But yeah, what do you guys think for the update? I'm super excited to see how far Amanda has gotten. I haven't really even hardly talked to her lately. She's had a lot going on, a lot of work stuff, the holidays. I'm working for Walmart, busy, and plus home life stuff and holidays and everything. And plus me being sick, I kind of fell off, you know, with responding to a lot of people and I'm trying to get caught up. I honestly am. So if you have messaged me or emailed me and you haven't heard back yet, I'm getting there. I'm getting there, guys. So yeah, here we go. There's a Christmas version. And the next color we're going to be working on is the Sea Spray Blue. Yep. We'll be starting off with that. So yeah, I'm excited, guys. I cannot wait for parts 31 through 35. And I need to look. I don't know if 31 through 35, if all of them are in part 4. I got a fuzzy in my mouth. 31, 32, 33, 34, and we'll have to start part 5 to get to round number 35 if we get that far. Here's to hoping, right? Slow and steady wins the race. 2025 is that year. I am consciously making an effort to just do the things that bring me joy and work at my own pace and don't stress. Don't stress. Just trust the process and things will get done when they get done. So yeah, that's my progress for week 6. I can't believe it. I can't believe we've already been doing these for a month and a half. It seems like only yesterday we just started these. Unbelievable. In a couple more weeks, we will have been doing it for 2 months. And I still got a fuzzy. And it don't help. It's attaching itself to my chapstick. But yeah, there we go. So let's see. We trying to see where we're at. looks like we are in this realm right here where this yellow is ending and going to be working into this floral part. And I still am undecided if I'm going to end it after part 18 with it being round, or if I will move on to part 19 and square it off. I know I had said before, I'm not going to make up my mind right now. It's still too early. Because if I make up my mind every other week, I'm probably going to change my mind, whether it's going to be square or round, square or round. I'm going to make up my mind when I get there. Once I get to part 18 and finish that off, I will decide if I want to go on to part 19 and just do the finishing few rounds to square it off. More than likely, it'll probably be squared off, because normally that's what Missy does. But we'll see. We'll see. It'll be a surprise when we get there, right? It'll be a surprise to you and just as much a surprise to me at what I decide. So, yeah, I'm pretty pleased. I'm pretty pleased with the progress and can't wait to start working on the next rounds that we are supposed to be working on. And maybe that's what I'll be doing to start my new year because I'm batch recording. And yeah, uh, maybe that's what I'll be doing as 2025 rings in. I'll start working on the next round. We'll see. We'll see. Because who doesn't? Because an old wives' tale tells you that whatever you're doing when the new year begins is what you will be doing the rest of the year, is what I was always growing up being told. Being told as I was growing up. My words are just backwards today. Um, so, what a lovely way to start a new year with crocheting something beautiful, because that means I'll be doing it all next year. Um, and that is an exciting and a wonderful thought to me. So I am going to let you guys go. This video probably has been far too long for this update. So if you haven't already gone over to Amanda's channel at Obsessive Crochet Lady and checked out her progress for this week, head on over there and check it out because I am too, because I can't wait to see. And I guess with that, oh, and by the way, if you have any pictures of your progress, I don't care if it's one round, send them to us. We'd love to see, and we will put them on our community page. And when the day comes that I finally figure out how to add a photo, that's what I'm going to be doing. And I think that's one of my other goals for 2025 is to figure that out. I will not do a whole lot of editing. I figure my video is my video. I don't want to edit a lot of stuff out if I can't find my words or I'm stuttering or just having a rough day. You guys know we all are that way. I want my channel as real can be. Um, I don't want you to think that everything I do is perfect. I just want it to be the way we all always are and just how I am on a daily basis. And yeah, so no editing here other than trying to learn. Oh, apparently I'm getting messages now. My phone service must be working again. We've got high winds and stuff. We've got some weather blowing in, and my phone service keeps going to searching. Hasn't done that in a while. So it's kind of in and out. I'm really surprised that the internet is still working, which is why I'm trying to get this stuff batch recorded because we do have some weather coming in that will go all the way into the weekend, and they are actually starting to call for snow from a winter blast headed our way. I guess we'll see. Maybe if we do get the snow and it actually is worth looking at, maybe I'll take some video, do a short or something, and put it up. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. I love y'all. I hope you are having a wonderful 2025 already. I hope that whatever goals or um, things that you would like to do. Some people don't like to make goals. Um, they just kind of make a list of things they would like to do. I hope that all of that comes true. I hope we are all stay happy and healthy into this new year. New year, clean slate. Um, the way I always look at it, every year is a new chapter in your book, and you can choose how your story goes. We write our own story. So let's make it a good one. Let's make it worth reading and um, enjoy the ride, right, guys? So I'm going to let you guys go. I love you. Can't wait to see you again next time. And remember, life is not perfect, so be kind. Try to create something new every day and keep reaching for the stars and your yarn. I love y'all. Bye.